A couple of days ago, maybe even a week ago, I decided I was going to turn off offers on every item in my shop so that if somebody wanted to buy something from me, they would just have to buy it at full price. It seemed like I was getting, I would say at least half of my sales and maybe more were coming as offers, and I was accepting pretty much any reasonable offer. And I wanted to see what would happen if I just let people have the option to buy it at full price and nothing else. And maybe it was a mistake because yesterday I had one sale. I ended up earning, after fees and everything, maybe $35, $36. Today, Wednesday, no sales whatsoever, which is strange because this month has been very, very strong for me. I think there's only been one day before these 2 days where I didn't make over $200 this month so far. So I was thinking, this is going to be the best month of the year so far. And then $30 yesterday, $35 yesterday, $0 today. This is going to hurt my average profit per day numbers for sure. So I just turned the ability for buyers to submit offers back on all of my items, and I've eliminated minimum offers, which I usually do that so that I'm not getting a lot of offers of like 90% off, which you would be surprised at how many of those kind of offers come in. Like, to me, anything below like 40% off is like wildly insulting. So I'm trying to see what happens now. I have offers on, no minimums whatsoever. We'll see if I get a bunch of low ball offers, but for now, we're just going to leave it alone and hope that these sales pick up tomorrow. The other thing is I have been none of the new listings I've been putting up for maybe the past 2 months, maybe more. I haven't been putting any kind of eBay promotions on, and I usually promote at around 2% on all my items. And I wanted to do another experiment with that to see, is this affecting my sales? And it doesn't seem like it has been. Like, mostly the stuff I've been selling lately has been kind of newer items, things that don't have the promotion added onto the price. So I'm not going to turn the promotions back on for now. I'm going to turn these offers back on and see if sales pick up again, because I can't have any days with no sales. This is crazy. I have 1,900 items in my shop. For there to be no sales at all there's something wrong with that. So I'm turning the offers back on, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So I don't have anything to pack tonight, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do in this video. I'll show you a little bit of what I've been working on today. I wasn't feeling that great today. In fact, I'm going to cough right now. So I wasn't feeling that great today, so I stayed home from work yesterday and really just didn't do much of anything. I hung around in bed, and then I actually did some work for my day job, stuff I could do from home, about 4 hours of work, really. Today, I still wasn't feeling that great, so I decided to stay home for a second day in a row. And I guess I'd say about noonish, I got up. I was feeling okay, so I got up and I started working on the eBay stuff, and I've been doing that pretty much the whole day. So I did some inventory. I got about 16 items listed. So that's more than I've had listed in a single day in quite a while. I think I only have one completed draft right now that I'm waiting to take pictures of. And then that means I'm going to have to start pulling stuff out of my death pile because I don't have anything new. I will go to work tomorrow, and I'll probably go to my lunch break thrift store and pick up something there. Hopefully, I usually just get 1 or 2 items when I go there. So at least that'll be something. And then this next weekend is coming where I'll have some time. I do have to work a little bit on Saturday, so that's going to bite into my shopping for inventory time, but whatever, we'll get more stuff. And I do have some death pile stuff, and I do have a lot of inventory to do. So I think tonight I'll just do a couple of boxes of inventory, and then I'll pull something from the death pile, and we'll see what's in there. But let me show you what else I did today. So I got this whole wall had hats hanging on it, and I got that all cleared off. I bought a hat storage system that hangs behind the door in the kitchen in the other room, and I got all the hats that were on this wall into that storage place, except for I think 2 that I decided to delist and get rid of. They were only listed for like $6.99. It didn't seem like it was going to be worth it to hang on to those for, you know, $6 or $7. They're not selling. Let's get rid of them. So that's all cleared off. I have a big shelving system that I'm going to put up there, and I don't know when I'll have time to do that. Maybe Sunday. I'd like to have some help working on that. So hopefully Sunday Jessica might be able to help me. But for now, let's go into the kitchen and I'll grab 2 or probably just do 2 boxes of inventory, and we'll try to make sure everything that's supposed to be there is there. Everything that's there is actually listed on eBay. So here we go. Let's do it. All right. I just pulled this box, W5A. So let's see what's in here. And I feel like it's a lot of books, and it's probably not the best place for them to be. So maybe we'll move those somewhere else. So let's go to our listings, all active listings, and then search this for W5A and see what's in this box. All right, yeah, this is mostly books, and these do not need to be in here. So we'll find new locations for these. There is a new bookshelf that has plenty of room on it, so we'll do that. We'll probably do that. There's a camera. I do not know what this is. Oh yes, I do. That's heavy too. So I shouldn't put heavy stuff on this this shelf. That's kind of high up in the air, but that's the way I did it. And these are all strapped together with rubber bands. So I will take the opportunity to wrap them with stretch wrap instead, because the rubber band had the tendency to dry rot and snap. So let's see. Get that out of the way. All right, first thing we've got in here, Hamilton Beach. This is a electric knife. There's not a huge quick sell-through rate on this, but I found this in the garbage when my neighbors moved, and several have sold for $15.99 or more, so I'm gonna try to get that price for it. All right, right here is a Genie garage door extension spring cable set. I've had this, it's been just about a year, $15.99. We'll leave it alone. Somebody will buy that sooner or later. That's the sort of thing, if somebody needs it, they need it. All right, Boss Monster, the game. This is a board game, or a card game maybe. Card game, $14.99. I'm not gonna lower the price on that. We'll just put it back in here. The other thing about doing this is I can rearrange the boxes and make them a little bit easier to get in and out of. All right, the next thing, this is a cargo net that came from my car. I sold the cargo cover pretty recently for $100. This one I just listed around the same time. It's been listed for a month and a half for $24.99. This is another thing, like when somebody needs it, they're gonna need it, and I'm gonna just leave it in there. All right, I have some brass drawer pulls. These, how much do I have these listed for? $21.99. I have had so many people message me about this, asking me the distance between the 2 screws, which I am 100% sure I have here in the description. Let's see, revise, no. Holes are 4 inches apart on center with mounting screws. So that is all the information that anybody should need. This, again, these came out of the garbage. I can't really remember the situation where I got them, but they did come from the garbage somewhere. So back in the box. Next on the list, lot of 3 manga books. Gurren Lagann. Here we go. Gurren Lagann 3 books. These are just 3 kind of random books. I made the mistake of buying a lot of manga books from the Goodwill website, like the auction site. Or is it auctions, or do they just have flat prices? I can't remember, but yeah, I made that mistake, and I should not have done it. I can't remember what I paid for the whole thing, but each of these books is pretty expensive. So these 3 books, I've got $7.95 cost of goods, and I'm only going to be able to sell these. I only have them listed for $17.99, and that's been since February of last year. So not great. I'm going to move these. I'm going to move all these books to the other room. I got a new bookshelf in there, and let's change it to BC3. BC3. I think that's right. No, BC2. So we'll change that right now. Let's go a lot of 4. And manga books, After School, Charisma. This is difficult when they're not the same title. These are just random books, so I don't know who's going to buy these. I probably should take the opportunity to get rid of them and just put them in my garage sale pile. I think this, oh man, I have so many things I want to work on this weekend, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to any of them. I was thinking about working this weekend on planning a garage sale for the next weekend, but right now I'm going to leave this one back in here because I think this book might be too tall to fit on the shelf I want to put it in, but it will fit in this box. All right, a lot of 4, a lot of 3. There's not 3, there's 3. A lot of 3 manga books, fruits baskets. So yeah, maybe I should just eliminate these from the inventory. That's the other thing that I've been contemplating. Like, I've heard people say a smaller shop gets more sales. That's not exactly right, but it's like the number of sales you have in your shop should match up closely to the number of listings you have. Like the sell-through rate of your shop should be around 100%, and mine is nowhere near that. BC2. I'm going to move that to the shelf in the other room. This next one is all the same, Rosario plus Vampire, but it's like a mishmash. It's volume 1, volume 2, volume 1, volume 2, volume 4. You know, it jumps all over. I don't have a chronological set, so these aren't going to be highly sought after. And I mean, they've been listed for a year and a half. This is $49.99. I'm gonna lower the price of this right now to $39.99, and maybe that'll do something. And we're gonna move that to the bedroom too. Let's change that here, BC2. Oops, BC2, submit. And then we have a lot of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 manga books. Get rid of all these rubber bands. This one, 7 Seas, Centaur's Life, 12 Beasts, now loading. I can't remember what I did to lot these up. Did I try to choose like all ones that were fantasy and put them together? I don't know. So let's move those two. How much have we got on that? A lot of 6, $33. BC2. I just put a new shelf in there and it's gonna get filled up right away with these books that are not moving. Maybe I should just lot them all together in one box and do an auction. That's probably a better idea. Okay, Panasonic CD player. This is probably for parts. No, tested. Portable car, tape, anti-shock. Why isn't this sold? This has been listed, well, no, not that long, only for 2 months. And it has quite a few views on it, but it's not selling, so let's drop the price to $24.99. How much did I pay for this? I paid $1 for it, so if we can get $24.99 for it, that'd be good. I've got a flashlight. This is a good old mag light. This hasn't been listed that long either, just like a month and a half. $24.99. Maybe I should lower the price on that. This camera is a 4 parts camera, so I paid $22 for it. If it was in working condition, it's worth quite a lot, but it does not work. So I've got it listed $29.99. I'm just gonna try to recoup my money here, lower it to $24.99, try to get it out. Okay, everything is here. Disneyland mug. This one, this is a pretty nice mug, and it feels vintage, made in Japan. $19.99, no sales. So we don't have any choice. Gonna lower the price, $16.99. And then I'm gonna relist all of these. I'm gonna end all of these and relist them all except for which one? The CD player has a lot of views on it. I wanna lower that price and hopefully get some of those viewers to buy it because the price, they'll see the price dropped. Edit, selected, continue. So I'm gonna just hit this. I'm not gonna change any of those prices. I'm happy with all of those. I'm not gonna change any of these titles. Although this would be a good time to check all these titles, make sure that they're up to my current standards. I've been running titles through ChatGPT, but right now I'm just going to relist them, not worry about it. Done. Okay, this box needs a label on it to tell me that it's been inventoried and when. So that is going to be today, which is 9/10. Where is it? 9/10/25. All right, put this away and put these books away, and I'll be right back with another box. Okay, one more box, W5B. This is a box right next door. This one's also pretty heavy, so some of this stuff might get moved if I can find better locations for it. I have some I think I'm going to delete some stuff out of here for sure. All right, this is what's heavy. These magazines, Architectural Digest magazines, not appropriate for this kind of a box. All right, here we go. Let's go back to active listings, and then we'll look at W5B and see what's in here. All right, Mickey Mouse hand drum. I just saw that, this little guy. This came from a St. Vincent de Paul. It was only $1. I'm not sure why I bought it. There's no sales history of this thing, but for a buck, I thought I would take a chance on it. It looks kind of like probably bootleg, but old bootleg. I'm gonna lower the price, only $1. This might be a situation where I should raise the price. So if that's cool, put it back in the box. This is a bento box. How long has this been in here? Only for a few months, not too old. Bento Chill Kids box. This is like, it has a little compartment in the bottom with a thing you can put in the freezer and then put your food in there and keep it cold. So $21.99, I'm gonna lower that to $19.99. And then what's next? Architectural Digest. I'm gonna find a better location for these, and I think I'm gonna put them in a box. Let's just do it right now. I like these. I like for these magazines. It's dark here. Apologize. Can't see anything, but we won't be here long. I like for most of these magazines to be boxed up and ready to go when they sell, because they're flipping and flopping all over the place. They're hard to keep them together. So let's put this in the box and then find a new location for it. Whoops. Should have done a long piece here. I bought these boxes at one time specifically because they would fit magazines, and I had quite a lot of magazines to ship, and it worked out fine. So that one, I should lower this, resize this box. I'm gonna do this as fast as I can. Cut these out. There we go. Let's cut these corners. At one time, I put a lot of magazines in priority mail flat rate boxes, but I don't know if that was a good idea. That priority mail shipping is too expensive. I mean, I don't pay these shipping costs, the buyer does, so I shouldn't really worry about it that much, but I want my pricing to be competitive, my total pricing, and that includes the shipping, of course. So you can't choose a very expensive shipping method, especially if you have competition on the same kind of items. A lot of the stuff I have is like, you know, one of a kind, or like very, very unique. So there's not a lot of other people selling the same thing. So I don't really have competition, but you still want to keep the shipping as low as you can. All right, this is AD magazine. Mag times how many? 12. So I'll leave that on there, and I'm gonna lower the price on this. I don't know where I got these, but I didn't pay anything for them. I'm gonna lower this to $39.99 from $48.99, and I'm gonna find a new location, which is gonna be in the closet somewhere. CL. I think I just got rid of some boxes in here. There's a lot of magazines down here. These are L magazines. Let's put it right there. CL right 3A. CL left 3A. That's the location it is. CL whole left 3A space. Good. So that's done. Let's get back to this box. Magic the Gathering cards. Out of 280 plus cards in 2015 to 2016. I don't know anything about this stuff, and I have it listed for $40, and it has not sold in over a year. So let's go to 29. Let's just do 19 and get rid of this. I don't know what's in here. I just made up a price. I don't know anything about these cards, how to figure out if some are good and some are not. So whatever, get rid of it. Hopefully somebody will buy it for $20. All right, vintage 1986 Phase 10 card game. 1986. This is in nice condition. $15.99. I only paid $1 for it. Let's lower it to $12.99. How long has this been listed? A year. Everything in this box is a year old. Horrified Universal Monsters board game. This is a replacement game board. I'm getting rid of all of these kind of replacement game stuff. I just don't want to deal with it. So end that listing. All of that stuff will sell sooner or later. I mean, I have sold a lot of it, but I'm trying to not keep stuff for years, and that's the kind of stuff that really takes a long time for the right person to come along to buy it. All right, set of 6 vintage Pimpernel coasters. These are nautical coasters. This has been listed since a year, and it did not sell. So I try it again. This is $19.99. I'm going to lower it to $16.99. This is another thing. Like, these are so unique. There's no sales history on something like this. So just picking a price, lowering the price isn't going to attract the buyer. I just need the one person to come along who wants it, and they'll pay $20 for it, or they'll pay $40 for it, or whatever. But I don't want to hang on to these things forever. Okay, Boston Legal, the complete seasons 1 and 2 in a double pack. This came from Salvation Army for $3.74. I've got it listed for $25.99. I'm gonna lower it to $19.99 and move it. I don't come up with these prices just out of the blue. You know, I do a lot of research and figure out what something has been going for. But in that case, for whatever reason, I got it wrong, or nobody wants it, or something, I don't know. Box of 20 color plastic elastic barrier strips. Okay, this is some kind of a dental thing, probably a medical device. I felt a little uncomfortable listing that, so I'm going to end that listing. It's been listed since 2024. Get rid of it. I was uncomfortable about it, so no sense hanging on to it. Okay, head cleaner for a VHS tape. You know, VHS stuff is popular these days again, so I thought somebody would buy this. It's been listed since October of 2024 for only $10. Nobody's bought it. Put it back in the box. Maybe somebody will buy it. Lot of 3 vintage salts, wooden jump rope handles, thread spindles. So these are actually thread spindles. I don't know exactly what that is, but people in the old days used to turn these into jump rope handles. I bought a bunch of similar things at the same time, and those other ones went right out the door. For whatever reason, these have been sitting around since September of last year. So let's go to $19.99. So we're just lowering prices on everything tonight. All right, this is a mixed bag of read-along cassette tapes from the 1980s. I paid 50 cents for all of these, and I have it listed for $15.99. Has some views. Has a good number of views in the last month, but not anybody wanting to buy it. So let's lower it to $12.99. Yeah, let's see if somebody will buy it. All right, now let's go to here, go to ended listings. I want to make sure the listings that I ended already, I delete before I do anything else. Something happening here. There's 2 hats here that are not supposed to be here. Let's check to make sure those got relisted. Active. Okay, so there should be, there they are. They are relisted. So let's clear everything out of this. Ended. These are all the things that are ended right now. And I'm about to end those other ones that we were just working on. Let's close that. And I don't want to relist things on accident that have already been relisted. So there's 9 items in this box. All right, actions, end listings, end listings. Then we're going to go to this ended folder again and refresh it. It takes a little while sometimes for these things to show up. There should be 8 or 9. Okay, let's relist these. Sell similar. I'm not convinced selling similar and relisting do anything really different, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and do sell similar because that's what a lot of people recommend. Okay, so those have been relisted. Let's go back to the ended listings and get rid of these now before they cause trouble in the future. Okay, so this box is all done. We threw away a couple of things, rethought the price on a few things, and this is going to go back on the shelf. And then I'm going to grab one box or bag from the death pile closet and then come back and look through it with you. Okay, so here's the death pile closet. As you can see, I mean, there is a lot of stuff in here, but it is not as overwhelming as it could have been. There's like some big things in here. Super wave oven, balance beam. That's some kind of a golf thing. I've got this artwork here I thought was going to be worth a lot of money, and I still think it could be. I just can't figure out the right venue to sell it. I talked to some auction houses and they weren't interested. So let's just grab this bag. Looks like it's mostly clothes. We'll see what it is. So I'm just trying to randomly grab stuff without putting too much effort into figuring out. This is where you get yourself in trouble when you think like, I don't want to list that. It sounds like it's going to be difficult, so you skip it, and then you never get around to listing it. So I'm just doing things right now directly, like randomly. The first thing I see, I grab it and list it. These things I think are not going to get listed. This stuff is going to go in the garbage. Here are some. These are some VHS tapes that are kind of, I don't think they would be considered like full on pornography, but they are borderline for sure adult pornography or adult videos. I don't know. I don't think you can sell this stuff on eBay. What is this? The Experiment in Terror. So I got these from somebody. They gave them to me, and there were a bunch of like horror movies in there as well, and all of the horror movies sold quickly. Well, these vintage smut VHS tapes are probably worth something to the right person, but I don't want to mess around with them. I don't know what's on there. I don't trust that it's going to be something that's actually says on the tape is on there, so they're going in the garbage. All right. Oh, this is a nice kind of Cuban, like a Havana style shirt. Is this my size? Would I wear this? It has no tag in it, so I don't know what it is, and it has a number written in it, 42. I don't know. I guess that's the size. The tag has been removed, so there's no way for me to search this to find out if it's worth anything. So this is probably going in the garage sale pile. I might try it on just to see if that's the sort of thing I would wear. Okay, what do we have here? These are Kira shorts. These look like 90s. Oh, these are swimming trunks. Let's look these up. Trunks. I think it has 2 R's. Kira trunks. And I spelled trunks wrong. All right, try again. 66 Kira trunks listed currently. Let's go to... No, that's 66 sold. Let's look at current, 165. Let's change the condition to used, 150 and 60 and used. I guess there's 55 sold and 150 currently listed. These are different. I mean, obviously they're not the same shorts, although this is probably similar, just a different color. Those are probably the same, but a different color. This says board scraper is in the pocket. I don't know what that means, but I don't even have a pocket. In any event, I think we're past swimming trunk season, and I don't love this supply and demand situation. It's like basically a third. There's 50 sold and 150 listed, so 30% sell-through rate. I'm gonna put those in a garage sale. And this is a toddler or a kid size Elmo. It's got, I think this is, I don't know, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. This hair, I think it's leaves and bark, and it doesn't have a tag. I mean, it has tags, but nothing that says a size. So this one says Sesame Street. This one says Care. This one says Disguise Inc. And this one says Sesame Street again. And this one says not for commercial use. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags in here. 2 of them are the same, and none of them have a size on it. So I don't know what size this is. I was doing a little bit of searching for this earlier. Kids Elmo costume, and there's like 100 currently listed, and there's quite a few sold. 26 sold. We're looking at 25% sell-through rate. These are at like $200 and $138, but they all say Pottery Barn brand, and this one is not the same as that. So this little Elmo costume is gonna hit the garage sale pile, and hopefully I can get this sale going before Halloween, and then somebody will dress as Elmo for Halloween. So that's everything that was in that bag. This can go in the garbage. Then let's see, grab one more thing. First thing I see is this pair of Red Wing boots. I bought these last summer, maybe right around this time last year. I don't know why it took me so long to get to these, because Red Wing boots are good, you know, they're sought after. These are pretty beat up. I could think these are steel toes. You can see the toe is, the leather is missing off the toe, but I think I only paid $1 for these, and they came with a box. The box is pretty rough. It's like obviously been through a lot of water. It's been wet and dried out again, so the box will probably get thrown in the garbage. In fact, let's just do that right now. And then those boots, I don't know how to figure out the model number. It says say Irish Setter, so let's go. Red. Is Red Wing one word or two? Red Wing, 2 words. Red Wing, Irish Setter, steel. Let's leave it at that. That's a hat. Put boots in here. Are Irish Setter all steel toe? Oh, those are only $20. Oof. Yes. So here's the sold. These are not the same. They sold for $200. Let's put in condition used. There's 100 sold and 356 currently listed. Of course, these are all different models. Let's look at this old ones and see if we can find something similar. So those look pretty similar. No, there might be there's numbers in here, but I don't know what they mean. Oh, this says women's. This says 6.5 women's. Huh. Stock number 83236. Is that something? ASTMF. There's a bunch of letters and numbers in here. So let's limit this to women's, because that's going to be totally different story. There are no option for women's. Let's see here. Women's boots. There are 60 that show up as currently listed, and I don't see an option. Oh, there it is. Women's boots. 16. The most expensive ones are 120. They're not the same. These are like cowboy boots for 65. These are similar. Yeah, these are them. 40 bucks. 9.5 steel toe iris setter. I'll probably only be able to get 25 for these, but I did only pay $1 for them, so we will sell these tomorrow. So I think that's enough for tonight. I'm had enough. It's almost 11. I've been working all day and I'm tired. I'm getting hungry right now, so let's call it a night. So this was a real mishmash of a video. We don't have anything to pack tonight, so I apologize. Thanks for watching though. I appreciate it. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some sales after I turn these offers back on. And now I'm thinking about turning promotions back on too. So yeah, join me tomorrow to see what we decide to do. Have a good night.